In our previous lecture, we discussed how the transfer of heat occurs via different processes. We discussed the process of conduction in which molecules don't move but only they transfer the heat from one place to another by their vibrations. We discussed about several applications of conductors and insulators. Today we will be discussing in detail about the second mode of transfer of heat, that is convection. Now, as I told you, in conduction, molecules, they don't leave their place. They remain at their place and they only transfer heat. But in case of convection, the transfer of heat occurs by the movement of the heated molecules themselves. Convection occurs in liquids or gases. Again, there needs to be a temperature gradient. If the heat is moving from one place to another, it is a primary condition that the two objects should be at different temperatures. Now in convection, the molecules themselves, they are going to move. In conduction, molecules did not move. Now I will be explaining you how convection occurs in liquids and gases. So first let's discuss how convection will occur in liquids. When we heat any liquid, let's say water, if we are keeping a pan of water filled or a beaker filled on heat, now heat energy is being transmitted from the source of the heat to the container or the beaker. Now first of all, the molecules which are closer to the heat, they will acquire the heat. Heated molecules will become lighter and they will start moving upwards. As shown in the figure, you can see when the heated molecules get more energy from the heat, these heated molecules, they are getting lighter, they will move up, and the colder molecules from the sides, they will start occupying the space which is left by the heated molecules. Now this is going to set up a convection current. A convection current, why? Because it is going to maintain a cycle. The heated molecules will move up and the colder molecules from the side are going to move down. This is how convection occurs in liquids. Now how does convection occurs in gases? The same process applies in gases also. Here are few examples that you can easily observe. First is hot air balloon. How hot air balloon moves up in the air. The inside air gets heated. This heated air is lighter, so it will start moving. So when it starts moving, it lifts the whole hot air balloon with itself. This is how room heater also works. Room heaters are always placed on the floor. You must have observed in winters, whenever you place a room heater, you never go and put it on the ceiling or on the top of the wall. You always keep it in one corner of the room at the floor. How this function is, the air which is closer to the room heater, it will get heated. This hot air is lighter. It will start moving up, and the cold air in the room, in the surrounding air in the room, that is heavier, it will start settling down because that is more denser, more heavier. So it will move down. This is how again a convection current is going to set up in the whole room, which will heat up the whole room in a few minutes. This is how again air conditioning unit works. Air conditioners are generally fitted at the top walls or the ceilings, you can say. How this works? Again, air conditioning unit is giving you colder air. This colder air is heavier. Will move down. The hot air which is there in the room, it will move up because the warm air is always lighter. This is the same function occurs in ventilators in room also. In older construction houses, it is easy to see ventilators. These days we people don't have those ventilators because we have the packed construction. In the older constructions, you can see ventilators were provided in the rooms. What was the function of the ventilator? Again the same thing, in the room when the air will turn warm, it will move up because warmer air is lighter, it will move up and escape out through the ventilators, and colder air will enter through the doors and windows. So this helps in maintaining the proper air circulation of the room, and it helps in maintaining the temperature of the room. Next, natural application. Naturally, where does the convection occurs is sea breeze and land breeze. Now, how does sea breeze and land breeze occur? Sea breeze and land breeze is a phenomena which is commonly observed in coastal areas, that is, which is close to the sea. People who have visited Mumbai or places like those must have observed or must have felt that during the daytime also in Mumbai you have a lot of amount of wind or breeze blowing there, and that daytime breeze is called as sea breeze. Sea breeze always blows during the daytime when the sun is shining bright, sun is giving its heat. Due to this heat, the land gets heated. See, land gets heated faster as compared to the sea water. Now when the land gets heated, it in turn heats up the air. This air, warm air, which will be lighter now, it will start moving up. When the warm air will move up, the colder air which is there above the water surface, it will start moving and taking the place of the air which was there at the land, which is now warmer because it is creating a low pressure area. Land gets heated up and the air close to the land, it gets heated up. This heated air starts moving up. The air which is above the sea, as you can see in the slide also, this cooler air will be heavier, so it will start moving and taking the place of the air on the land, and this creates a convection current, and this flow of air from the sea, which is cooler. So the cool air which is blowing from the sea to the land during the daytime is called as sea breeze. That is why the people living there in the coastal areas, they construct their houses where the windows are kept to be faced towards the sea, so that during the daytime they will be getting sea breeze, and during the night time what will happen? Land breeze. Reverse will happen. Now what happens during the night? Sun is not there, so there is no source of heat first of all. Now during the whole day, sun was giving the heat, land was getting heated. Now the land has a tendency to get cooler faster as compared to water. So during the whole day the sun was giving the heat. With that heat, the water is now becoming warmer. Till the evening the water has turned warmer, and now in night the land is getting cooler faster as compared to sea. So the air above the sea will be warmer now. Warmer air, as you know, it is lighter. It will start moving up, and the cold air from the land will start taking the place over the sea. I am repeating, during the night the sea is warmer and land is cooler. So the warm air from the sea will move up. Cold air from the land will move towards the sea. This is called as land breeze. So now here we conclude with the session. Today we discussed about convection. We are discussing different modes of heat transfer. First was conduction. Second, we discussed today convection. Convection occurs when the molecules themselves, they are carrying the heat, they are carrying the energy of the heat, and they are transferring the heat. We studied different applications of convection like room heaters, ventilators, how air condition is helping us to cool down the room. Then we discussed two natural phenomena, that is sea breeze and land breeze. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.